Hello, my name is Roxana. I'm here for Avid Diva, and today we are going to talk about overwhelm. Now, ironically, I'm doing this in real time. I had said from the beginning that I was going to try to be as real time as possible because I wanted you guys to get a sense of what is going on a day-to-day basis. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be times when I film something and then I post it a couple days later, but I'm trying to be as close to real time as possible. This is going out on a Monday, and this Monday is the Monday when I wrote this and when this is happening. I just posted a blog about, a written blog about overwhelm, and the reason why I did that is because that is where I am right now. You know, people that exercise hit a wall, and that is the easiest way for me to compare it to something or use a metaphor or whatever you want to call it. But the truth is, I did hit a wall. I am so overwhelmed with everything that I have to do that I have basically just paralyzed everything. And that's not a good thing. Now, as I was mentioning in the blog post, and keep in mind that the blog post is not going to be a direct quote on this video, and I'm not going to make a direct quote of the blog here either. So it might sound a little different than what I posted, but the sentiment is the same. I am power of attorney for somebody. I am the one who runs the bills in this house. I am also, because I'm the only one that's a stay-at-home at this particular moment, I'm the only one doing everything. The other people that live in this house are actually doing 40-hour work weeks, and as much as I yell at them for not doing the dishes or whatever, I understand that they're tired and that they are also have their own things to deal with. So I don't get that mad. I just wish they would help, but if they can't help, then they can help. For the next 3 weeks, they have the same exact schedule, so that adds to the madness because they both come home at the same time, and so it's a little harder for me. The reality is this, and it's kind of funny when I think about it. I have my stuff, my family member stuff, the business. I'm also doing fundraising for a couple of events, and just life in general. When you add everything, it's a lot. And if you look at my office right now, I had used the room that used to be for somebody that used to be here. I decided to use that room as an office just to not leave the space empty. And right now this doesn't look like an office, it looks like a storage space. I have so much crap in here, it's not even funny. And it is funny because I gave my dad a plaque when we were young. When my sister and I were young, we gave him a little plaque that said, "A clean desk is a sign of a sick mind." I don't care what the desk looks like. It is a sign of your whatever's in your head right now. If you're lucky enough to be one of those organized people that has everything in their place, congratulations. I'm not. I am super OCD about certain things. For example, my kitchen is driving me crazy because I like to have things put in a certain order, in a certain way, in a certain place. And I just went to the kitchen to do the dishes this morning and everything is like somewhere else. That drives me crazy. If I choose a designated spot for towels and bed things, that better be what's in there. If I find something else in there, I will go nuts. I can live in a perfectly organized place or a super disorganized place. I cannot live in something in the middle. And right now, this apartment is somewhere in the middle, which is driving me absolutely crazy. But you see, here we go. You get overwhelmed with stuff that's going on in your life because, look, life is going to get in the way whether you want to or not. So what do? And I thought about this a lot because the bottom line is that I have not done any income producing activities since I said I'm going to devote myself solely to the business. Here's what has happened in the last 3 days. I have been told that there's 3 job openings in places that I can work from home, but they're big companies. I was talking to somebody about doing a project for them. I was asked to volunteer for yet another thing. And I'm sitting there listening to everything that's going on and thinking to myself, okay, I can't do anything. So I woke up this morning. I'm supposed to be doing 3 or 4 things today. They're not going to get done today. They're going to get done this week, but they're not going to get done today. And I realize that it really doesn't matter if I start making money if I don't have some sort of zen in my life. And what I mean by that is, if I don't tackle this disaster, nothing's going to get done. It might get done, but it will take 3-4 times longer than it would take if I just stop everything I'm doing, sit down, figure it out, plan it. Look, I'm a list girl. It just boils down to that. I like to have a list of, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. So what I decided to do today, while these people are doing the grass outside, what I'm going to do today is very simple. I'm going to get off social media for the rest of the day, most of the day. I am going to sit down with a legal pad, which I already started. It's not a legal pad, but it's a pad. You know what I mean? It's like an empty, all the pages are empty, except for the first one, all the pages are empty. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to make lists of everything. The courses that I am registered for, the social media platforms, an actual strategy, like I know every day what I'm going to talk about, or every week, separated my week, or whatever I'm going to do. But until I finish the courses I'm taking, this is how I'm going to do it. And the reason why I'm going to do it that way is because I have noticed that every week I start with a really good idea of, oh, I'm going to talk about this week. And then something happens and I don't keep it up. And we go back to that consistency thing I was talking about on the other video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down, write everything down, do a massive brain dump so I can get it out of my head and into a piece of paper. And then I take that piece of paper out of the notebook, I rip it up, and then I start putting everything on whatever list it has to go to until I have everything that I need to get done. I also obviously have to write down everything that I was going to get done this week. Hopefully that's the first thing that comes out in the brain dump because it's still fresh in my head. The thing about it is this. I'm not telling you this so that you do exactly what I'm doing. The purpose of me documenting how this evolves into whatever it is that it's going to evolve to is that it gives you an example of how somebody's doing it. It also provides you, hopefully, with a sense of, oh, I'm not alone. Because starting a business by yourself can feel like you're by yourself, really, on a day-to-day basis. So it's nice to know that other people are going through the same stuff you're going through. There is nothing wrong with you feeling overwhelmed from time to time. The problem, or not the problem, but the opportunity here is, don't stay there. Do something. Now, everything I do today may or may not involve an income-producing activity. If I finish before I have to go to the gym in the afternoon, I might actually post a couple of things to sell on eBay or post on the swap meets and online. I don't know. That depends on how my day goes. If I manage to put something online, happy dance. If I don't manage to put anything, since I'm not expecting to be doing that today, it's okay. The bottom line is this. Take a step back, figure out how you want to do it, and then go ahead and do it. There is no one way of doing this. I don't care what any expert on any field tells you. For every expert that tells you this is the way you do this, there's going to be somebody else that's going to tell you that the exact opposite is true. That's just a reality of life. Think about philosophers, for lack of a better word, modern day philosophers. One of them will tell you that you have to do exercise in the morning, that you have to get everything done in the morning, and then you move on to the next guy over and he will tell you that he exercises at night so he can get all his energy and frustration out on the exercise mat and then sleep like a baby. Everybody has their system. There are some things that are common to most successful people. One of them is they don't watch that much TV. They read a lot. They exercise. They eat right. All those things are common to most people that are successful. The difference is not everybody does at the same time. So look for what works for you. Figure out what is going to work for you, but don't stay in overwhelm. Because the problem with staying with overwhelm is that you block yourself from a lot of cool things that could be happening in your life because you're stuck. Don't feel bad that you're stuck. Just move from there. Thank you so much for watching and have a fabulous day.